Hippocampus is a small region of the brain that forms part of the limbic system and is primarily associated with memory and spatial navigation. It's involved in emotions, learning, and memory formation. It's located in part of the limbic system in each temporal lobe. The worker is starting to learn how to use the copy machine, and she's also teaching other people how to use the copy machine. The basal ganglia is a group of structures linked to the thalamus in the base of the brain and involved in coordination of movement. It's located on both sides of the thalamus, outside and above the limbic system. The worker is using movements such as her arms to be able to copy the papers. The parietal lobe has many functions, such as being able to process sensory information within seconds, and also information about taste, temperature, and touch are processed here. It's located in the upper part of the cortex. The worker is now using her parietal lobe to be able to do math.
The cingulate gyrus helps a person focus and helps regulate emotion. It's located above the corpus callosum. The worker stares out the window, but suddenly she gets back to focusing on her work. The hypothalamus is the part of the brain that maintains the body's internal balance. It also links the nervous system to the limbic system. It does this through the pituitary gland. It is located right beside the amygdala and above the brainstem. The worker is getting hungry looking at the delicious cookies. The cerebrum controls thought and action, such as hearing, emotion, vision, and personality. It is composed of the cerebral cortex, the basal ganglia, and the limbic system, located in the frontal lobe. The worker plans where they will go to lunch and what time they will leave.
Broca's area is responsible for portions of language production and comprehension. When the worker speaks to coworkers at lunch, she is using her Broca's area to form complex sentences. People with damage to Broca's area can comprehend speech but cannot properly produce words. The occipital lobe is the visual processing center. It performs tasks such as motion recognition, color differentiation, and visuospatial processing. The worker uses her occipital lobe while she looks at the computer all day. The frontal lobe is associated with attention, short-term memory tasks, planning, and motivation. When the worker organizes items into a spreadsheet, she is using her frontal lobe because she's motivated to complete it, planning, and using information from her short-term memory.
The reticular formation are neural networks throughout the brainstem responsible for regulating falling asleep and waking up, the cardiovascular system, and breathing. Here the worker appears to have gotten a bit bored and has fallen asleep. Now the reticular formation will wake her up so she can get back to work. The amygdala are located deep within the temporal lobes of the brain. Their primary role is the processing of memory, decision-making, and emotional reactions. Since she has just fallen asleep, she's afraid someone might have seen her and she will get in trouble. The medulla is the lower part of the brainstem and it deals with the involuntary functions of breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. Now that her amygdala has provoked fear, her breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure have increased. The medulla returns them back to normal levels so she can finish her day of work.